Yes, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and we are back with another YouTube Wonderkid list that I'm sure you guys will love and enjoy. But before we get into that, guys, make sure that you are hitting the like, comment, and subscribe. And like I always say, this does help the algorithm and push me out to more people, so I do appreciate the support. Also, don't forget to check all the social media platforms out. Links are in the description. Make sure you're joining the Discord and checking out the Patreon. So for today's video, I'll be challenging myself and you guys to one simple thing. We need to create a Wonderkid list from the letters A to Z, so in alphabetical order. The only rules for this say, for example, like a player like Arda Güler, obviously his name starts with A for Arda and G for Güler, so he can count for the letters A or G. I want to see if you guys can create a better list than mine. Leave your list in the comments below. But let's get straight into this right now, people. And for the first player, it has to be Big Arda Güler for the letter A. Potential ability 168. Physicals are a bit meaty, but I can't lie. If you put him on the right or in the number 10, he can definitely develop. Only 17 years old, and he has actually signed for Real Madrid IRL. So test him out before it's too late to buy him next year. And for the letter B, it has to be Rooney Bargy, 16-year-old Wonderkid, and he's actually doing very, very well in real life. Scored a little Panenka penalty the other day, but you can see his potential ability. He is 150 in the game, and he's just a right winger that is my go-to right winger. I've signed him in every single save I've done in FM23 because he just does the job. He's usually cheap. I think you can get him for about 10 million, 10.5 release clause. So yeah, bro, if you can sign him, just sign him up, bro. What a player. And for the letter C, we have to go with Moises Caicedo. British transfer record fee of 115 million to Chelsea. 20 years old. Look at the physicals. Look at the 18 tackling. Mentals are good as well. In the game, he has a potential ability of 175 in my save. But what a player. He can play midfield, DM. You can probably train him to play right back. Maybe even centre back. It's just a very good player. And then we have, for the letter D, Ousmane Diomande. Potential ability is 150 in this save, so not the greatest. However, he starts off very, very well as a centre-back. You can train him to play right back as well. He is 18 years old in the game. Probably cost you about 25 million, but definitely one of my go-to centre-backs in FM23. And for the letter E, we had to go with the big Wonderkid himself, who has been signed by Real Madrid as well. You can currently see his potential ability in my game is 196. He is the most highest rated Wonderkid in FM23. And for the letter F, we have another Brighton player, Evan Ferguson, burst onto the scene this season. Potential ability 166, current ability 128. His determination ain't the greatest, but around the right players in the right mentoring group, I'm pretty sure that can all change. 6'2", 17 years old. I haven't used him yet, so I can't fully recommend, but a lot of people rave about this guy, so I'm pretty sure he must be good. And for the letter G, we have the Israeli Oscar Glock, however you say his surname. Shout out to Oscar though. He has a potential ability in the save of 159. I usually play him in the number 10, sometimes in midfield. That's his sort of role. Very, very decent player. And next we have Big Ramos Højlund for the letter H. He has signed for Manchester United, my club in real life. Hopefully he lives up to the potential I've seen on Football Manager. Potential ability of 155. Look at the work rate, pace. Just a great pressing forward from what I've seen in Football Manager. Next, we have Gonzalo Inacio for the letter I. He's another centre-back from Sporting. So him and Ousmane Diomande, very, very serious centre-back partnership right there. You can see his potential ability is 156. Get him another partner. 20 years old, Portuguese, looks like a very, very good centre-back. And for the letter J, we have Curtis Jones, English young player, 16 dribbling, 16 first touch. He can play in midfield, in the 10, on the left, off the right. Just depends what you want to do with him. Currently plays for Liverpool. In the save, potential ability of 160. Very, very good English player. And for the letter K, we have Victor Christiansen, Denmark international. Current ability in the save is only 139, so not that much room to grow in the save. But just looking at his base attributes, looks very, very good and very competent at the tender age of 19 years old. Probably going to cost you about 30 million because obviously English tax, he's already in the Premier League, but a very good fullback. And for the letter L, we have Romeo Lavia, another player Chelsea have signed in real life. You can see in Football Manager, his potential ability in this save is 156. High determination, high teamwork, high work rate, and that's what I want to see from my players. He can play DM, he can play midfield. I'm not too sure about him in the 10 personally, but to be fair, actually, he's got some decent vision and some decent passing. First touch is good. He could probably play there if you wanted to train him. He is only 18 years old, so he's still got a lot of room to develop in the game. And for the letter M, we had to go with Jamal Musiala. Such an annoying player. Literally, I hate playing Bayern Munich purely because of this guy, bro. We can see his potential ability is 185 in this save. Probably going to cost you about 80, 90 million. So, yeah, if you've got the money to waste, then why not? Because this is how he starts off in the game. Look at the work rate, vision, technique, first touch, dribble. Listen, all of it, man. Crazy player. And for the letter N, we have gone to Germany again, and we've got Luca Netz, the attacking fullback. Potential ability of 161 in this save. Looks very decent. Mentals could be a bit better, but the technicals and physicals look very good for a 19-year-old fullback. And for the letter O, we have Amadou Onana. This guy is 20 years old, 6'4", 15 tackling, determination. Look at the mentals, look at the physicals. Looks like a very composed midfielder. Can play DM and can play centre back if you wanted him to. Potential ability in the save, 153. And for the letter P, we have gone with Yeremy Pino. He can play left wing, number 10, right wing, up front, wherever you really want to train him to play in the front four. He is quite expensive when you get into your save. That's why I've never actually used him, but he always cooks me when I face him. Potential ability in the save, 175. Probably going to cost you about 70, 60, 75, 80 million. So if you've got the money, then why not? And the letter Q, we're going with another left back, Quintin Merlin. It says he can play all the way up the pitch. Personally, I probably wouldn't try him out there, but left back or attacking left back, he has done a very good job for me. Quite cheap as well. Potential ability is only 138 in this save, so not the greatest, but 20 years old, just a very decent, competent fullback. And then we have Giovanni Reina for the letter R. Potential ability is 160. I actually haven't used him in this Football Manager. FM22 though, he was a very good player for me. Played him in the number 10 and off the left. But as you can see, he can play in the midfield, can play on the right. He could probably play up front if you wanted to train him to play there. But yes, a very good attacking midfielder. And for the letter S, we have gone with another FM22 Wonderkid star player right here. 6'4", big Benjamin Sesko, aka Sesko. Let's go, man. Probably going to cost you about 30, 40 million because he is joining Leipzig this season in real life. Obviously, after being on loan, after he signed for Leipzig and went back on loan to Salzburg. So a lot going on there. But in the save, you can see potential ability of 173. And just a very competent striker. Loads of room to grow as well, man. So if you haven't signed him, make sure you test him out, man. And for the letter T, we have Matty Tells. Another player who can play up front, on the left, on the right. Just a very good player for Bayern Munich. Potential ability in this save is 167. High determination, high flair as well, man. So shout out to Tells. And for the letter U, we have Destiny Udogie, currently playing at Spurs in real life. Having a very good start to his season in the Premier League. We can see his potential ability in FM is 171. Looks very good. Composed left back. Physicals are very good as well. Technicals are very good. You could probably teach him to play in the midfield if you wanted to. I'll just keep him on the left back situation. But he will probably cost you about 60 million. So if you've got the money to waste, then do what you need to do. But yeah, I probably wouldn't sign him just because of how much he will cost. And for our second Brazilian, we have Vitor Roque. But he will cost you about 20 million, I think. Potential ability is 165 in the save. And he has actually signed for Barcelona in real life. Decent player. I wouldn't highly recommend him personally unless you're playing him off the left, because up front I feel like 5'8", probably not the best. And from when I mentioned Paul Wanner, we had to put him in the list for the W. And you can see he'll probably cost you about 15 million. From what I've seen, I've only seen him playing the number 10. But we can see his potential ability is 160. He does start off at 16 years old, Austrian international player. And you can see he's got decent determination. Mentals ain't that great. But if you get him around the right sort of players in the mentoring group, I'm sure that will all improve. And for X, we have to go with Xavi Simons. He has signed back to PSG in real life. Looks like a very, very good player. I made a video on this guy earlier. Very good player. He has a potential ability of 168 in this save. He can probably play off the left, off the right, in the 10, up front. If you wanted, I probably wouldn't put him up there. But probably will be very expensive. Looking at probably 80 to 90, maybe 100 million to get him in your team. And for the letter Y, we have gone with Yusufa Makoko, my favorite striker in FM23. It has to be. Just look at the Holy Trinity, bro. Dribbling 16, finishing 16, first touch 17. Those greens they just do a lot for me, bro. I'll be very honest, bro. In terms of potential ability, 165. Work rate's good as well. Technique's decent as well. I would only recommend playing him as an advanced forward because whenever I've tried to make him a pressing forward, poacher and whatnot, it just doesn't really do what I need him to do. But as an advanced forward, a very good striker to have. Probably will cost you about 30 million. I have managed to pick him up for 25 at a later point in my save. And finally, for the letter Z, we have gone with Arsene Zakarian. Obviously, he could have been letter A, but he is the letter Z. You can see his potential ability is 163. But a very good player from what I am seeing on Football Manager, man. I haven't used him in no save. I might actually buy him for my Bournemouth save, seeing as I am Zimitov, the Russian Nigerian. So I might bring in a Russian player and get him in my midfield, but we will see. And yes, people, this has been my Wonderkid list from A to Z. Make sure you are dropping your list in the comments right now, and let's see if you guys can beat my list. But don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow all social media platforms. And I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video.